Lately, I have constantly been on go. I have been doing 3 different tasks at once. And if I'm not doing anything, I feel like I need to be doing something. So I'm always finding something for me to do. So if my body's not moving, my mind is moving. Hey, friends, welcome to That's a Ray podcast. I'm your host, Ray, and I'm so happy to be chatting with you guys today. If you haven't guessed or figured it out, we are going to be talking about slowing down, resting, just learning how to slow down. And we're also going to get into some simple self-care moments that you can do to kind of help you relax and rest and take time to slow down. Let's get into it. When it comes to having those moments where you need to slow down, you almost feel guilty for having those moments because you just feel like you need to be doing something that if you slow down, if you take a break, if you take a moment to just relax, you're not being productive. And when you're not being productive, you feel like you're failing or you're not doing enough and you almost feel lazy. I feel like that happens more times than not. And it's literally the worst feeling when you want to relax and you know you need to relax and your body is trying to tell you to relax, but you just genuinely cannot relax because your mind is constantly moving. So when you take a break and when you have these moments where you rest, resting almost feels like a punishment. And I believe that we feel this way because we are conditioned to think that we are only useful and we only matter when we're doing something, whether it's for ourselves or it's for other people. So when we aren't being helpful to others or to ourselves, then we just feel like we're not doing enough or we're not being useful, we're not being helpful, and all of these things. And then it leads into us feeling lazy or people telling us that we're being lazy. And I think that's just like a bad way to think because when you want to take rest for yourself, it's not you being lazy. We're also conditioned to be busy because that's how life is. Life is just busy, busy, busy. We grow into a world where everyone is busy. You see adults around you are busy. They're always moving. So when you have a moment when you're not busy, when you're not doing anything, it feels weird and you feel off. And that makes it harder for you not to rest because it's not normal when you're not taking occasional breaks or occasional rests and you're just constantly on go. And you have it where productivity becomes your identity. You are always being productive. So when you're not being productive, again, you feel off. You feel like you're not doing something right. And you feel like, okay, I need to find something to do so I can be productive. When what you do becomes who you are, it can lead to burnout, anxiety, stress, depression, emptiness when you are resting. And then I think we can have a hard time resting because when we're always busy, we don't have time to sit in our thoughts and we push those thoughts that we don't like away. And so when we're resting, we have time where we're sitting in silence. We're sitting with our thoughts and we just like, okay, no, I can't sit in my thoughts. So let me be productive. Let me go do something. So I'm not thinking about these thoughts. I push them away. So I think we would rather keep ourselves busy so we're not thinking. It's good to be busy. It's good to be moving. It's just when it gets to a point where your body is trying to tell you to slow down and your body is trying to tell you, I need a moment of rest. And your mind is trying to tell you that too. You have to have your mind and body catch up to each other. So having moments of rest is good. So whether it's 2 days out of the week, 1 day out of the week, some point of your day in your week, just take a moment to just relax for a minute, a few minutes, an hour or so. So I had wrote down a few things that you'll realize when it's time to slow down. So you'll be burnt out, emotionally exhausted. You'll become disconnected from yourself. You'll feel unmotivated even when you care for something. It'll feel like you're running on autopilot. So it's like you're there, but you're really not there. Almost like you're spaced out, but you're still moving. You'll be mentally tired, feeling overstimulated, overwhelmed. You'll find yourself needing to be quiet or needing quietness and then needing space from pressure. So at some point you may have felt those things. That is your body telling you you need to slow down, that you need to take a minute to yourself to regulate your feelings, to regulate your emotions. Then once you do that, you can get back to doing what you need to do. So when you don't rest, relax, and slow down, it can lead to mental exhaustion. It can lead to mental burnout, physical burnout. You can be so overwhelmed, so exhausted that you cannot show up for yourself, for your friends, family, people around you. You will have no motivation to literally do anything. So I have 10 simple self-care moments that you can do to help, clear your mind, get you back on track, and allow you to relax and just rest. The first one is not checking your phone immediately. So I know me, I would immediately wake up and check my phone. I would either answer text messages, go on social media, and I just was thinking like this is a bad start to my day because a lot of times I'll go on social media, I might see negative things on the news or something negative and it affects my mood. It just has me feeling terrible at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I started to thank God when I wake up. So I would just, before I check my phone, before I do anything, I literally thank God for waking me up. Then I would go on my phone. And I want to start waking up instead of getting on social media or answering text messages. I wake up, thank God, and then get on the Bible app. So that's what I want to start doing. When you wake up and don't immediately go to your phone and check social media, you are protecting your peace and protecting your energy, because when you get on social media, you're immediately putting everyone else's energy onto you. And if it's not positive energy and it's negative energy, it will literally affect your day, and it will kind of set the mood for your day. The mood that you want set for your day is to be positive. It can even be listening to uplifting music or listening to a podcast that is encouraging or uplifting. So something that you can try for a little bit just to see if it works is take 5 minutes when you wake up to read a book, read the Bible. You can journal, kind of set the intentions that you want for the day, or just doing something that's light. So light productivity. It could be making your bed, cleaning up your room if you need to, staring out the window, walking around for a little bit, brushing your teeth, something light but not overwhelming. And the second one is taking slow showers. So you might not realize it, but you might take showers really quickly where you're kind of just like, okay, I gotta hurry up because I have to do X, Y, and Z when I get out. If you're taking a morning shower, you might have to rush because you have to get to work or you have to get to school. Or if it's nighttime, you want to rush because you want to get to bed and go to sleep. And if that's you, try relaxing. Try to get in the shower and just let the water hit you. Don't immediately get to washing up. Just sit and relax and enjoy the warm shower. Let the water hit your face, kind of let it clear your mind. Let the steam just give you like a spa moment. So I researched the benefits of taking slow showers, and other than being good hygiene, I found on the website Healthline that showers can help with stress and anxiety. It enhances your mood, it boosts confidence, and it increases productivity. So I think taking slow showers, taking a warm bath even, can just really set the mood for your day, can get you prepared for bed and kind of relax you, relax your mind. You can even put those, what are they called? Like the little things you put in the shower that like it smells like lavender or whatever. I can't think what they're called. But you can put that in the shower and just let you have a spa moment, like I said. So try that and see how it works. I know I love taking slow showers. I take the longest showers ever. But I love it. I will never not take long showers. The third one is going on walks. Take a walk to clear your mind, to calm your mind, and not just to get your steps in. Like, yes, it's a benefit because you get your steps in, but you're also calming yourself down, and allowing yourself to just breathe outside of whatever you were doing. And you just hear the birds chirping, you see the green grass and the green trees. The scenery is just so nice. It changes your perspective a lot when you go on walks. So going on walks can help clear your mind, reduce overstimulation, can slow racing thoughts, give you space away from screens, social media. It can help you process emotions. And I sometimes don't even realize how overwhelmed I am until I go on a walk. Like when I'm in the midst of being busy, I don't realize how overstimulated I am or overwhelmed or how much my mind is racing until I go out and go for a walk, and it's so peaceful and it's so quiet outside. And I'm like, wow, my mind was really racing, or I was literally on 100 miles per hour in my mind. So if you ever feel overwhelmed, overstimulated, or your just mind starts to race a little bit, go outside, take a walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk. It can be a short walk. It can literally be up the street and back. But yeah, try it and see if it helps calm you. And the fourth one is cleaning your space. I know me, I will have clothes everywhere. I will have a messy bed and I will be so stressed out. And it's just another thing added to my list of what I need to do. So when I have a clean room, I have a made bed, I just feel productive. I feel way better. And my space is clean, so I can just sit in peace and knowing that my room is clean and it's not messy. So I was reading this article from Psychology Today, and it talked about how cleanliness and organization can actually affect your mental health. So studies mention in the article that I found that cluttered spaces can increase stress, makes it hard to focus, and even leave people feeling more overwhelmed or mentally drained. And I honestly feel that. Like I said, I will have a messy room, and it won't even be like crazy messy. It would just be clothes everywhere. But it just piles on top of each other, and I just get so overwhelmed and stressed and knowing that I need to clean this up. And then I procrastinate, and then I don't do it until days later, so it just keeps piling up. It keeps being messy. And it's just the worst feeling ever. So I noticed that having a messy room creates a messy mindset. And when I have a clean room, I have a calm mindset and I just feel a lot better. If your room is messy or you know you need to clean your room, clean your room. You will feel so much better. Put on some music and just get cleaning. The article also talks about how cleaning can create a sense of control and peace during stressful seasons of life, but not in like a perfectionist way, but more of a grounding way. And I think that's why cleaning, whether it's your room, living room, just like your whole house, can be a self-care moment. And I know you might think like, oh my gosh, like cleaning, that's like something I have to do, like it's stressful. But once you actually do it, it's like you feel like you have everything together when your room or your house is clean and put together. And the fifth one is sitting in silence. So no music, no scrolling, just you and yourself. This will help clear your mind. And a lot of us are always consuming something, whether it's music, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, podcasts, notifications, conversations, or just background noise. And when we finally sit in silence, we create time to process our emotions, notice how we are feeling. A lot of times we don't know how we're feeling because there's so much noise. It also calms racing thoughts, reduces overstimulation, and allows you to reconnect with yourself. Sitting in silence can be uncomfortable because we're so used to being around people, talking to people, or always having some type of noise. You can go in your room, living room, a closet, anywhere that's quiet. You can even sit in your car for 5 minutes. So after work, after school, if you went to the grocery store and it was stressful, just sit in your car for 5 minutes to just clear your mind, calm yourself down, and prepare you for what you need to do next. I know a lot of people might rush out of work, rush out of school, and hurry up to beat the traffic or to go home because they want to relax. But that doesn't help us calm down because we're still on go. If we rush out of work, we still have our workday on our mind because we never sat in silence or we never sat peacefully and calmly and slowly to think about our workday, to kind of ease our mind off of our workday and just to think of something else, to think of, like I said, what we need to do next. So if we just sit in silence or even just slow down for a minute, what could that do for our mental health? And I know we hate sitting in traffic. Sitting in traffic is the worst thing ever. It's so dreadful. But what if we take those times where we sit in traffic to just listen to music, listen to a podcast, relax, and we just turn something negative into a positive thing. So you sit in traffic, that could be a time for you to think about a goal that you've been having and you haven't had time to sit and think about it, or something that's been on your mind for so long. You could have been thinking about calling somebody and you just never had the chance to call them because life is busy. You've been busy. So sitting in traffic could be that moment where you can call them real quick, have a quick conversation. The sixth one is saying no without feeling guilty. So if you are exhausted, overwhelmed, just want to not go, just want to be by yourself, you can say no. that can be so good for your mental health, and it can allow you to slow down. So if you just got off work and somebody wants to go out to eat, but you just want to go home, you can kindly decline that person's offer or that person's invitation to go out to eat and just be like, no, because you need the time to sit down in your home by yourself. So if saying no means that you can slow down and relax, say no and don't feel bad about it. Don't allow that person to get into your mind and make you feel like a terrible person. You're not a terrible person for saying no and doing what is best for you. The 7th one is eating without distractions. And I feel like this is something that no one thinks about, but for me, I will be eating lunch and I'm working at the same time. So I'm not even like enjoying my lunch. I'm eating and then I'm working. I'm eating and then I'm doing something. I'm trying to like catch up on things that I need to do. And this can not only happen a lot during lunch, but it can happen during breakfast. So while we're getting ready for work or for school, for the gym or whatever we're doing in the morning, we're rushing making breakfast. So while we're toasting our bagel, we're also running around the house trying to get everything together. While we're eating our bagel, we're rushing around the house trying to get everything together. So we're not sitting and enjoying our breakfast. Instead, we should eat with no distractions. So if that's you, try to take 10 extra minutes to eat your breakfast, to relax and enjoy your breakfast. And then once you're done, you can get up and do what you have to do. And I know there's moments where we do have to work and eat lunch just because there's a lot that we have to catch up on, or there's just a lot to do and it might go into your lunch break. But as long as it's not an everyday thing, then that's okay. But just make sure that you take time to just enjoy your lunch. The 8th one is journaling your thoughts before bed, because your brain deserves somewhere to place all of that stress. If you think about it, we have so much built up in us from 24 hours. In that 24-hour span, we have thoughts, feelings, emotions that have just been building up inside of us. And by the end of the day, we are so worn out and we are bottling all of these feelings up. And some of those feelings, thoughts aren't even ours. It could be something that you heard, that you've seen, that you read, and it affected your mood and it affected your mindset. And at the end of the day, if you don't get it out, place it somewhere, put it somewhere, talk to someone about it, it just continues to build up each day, and you don't know what will happen once you keep building and bottling up all of those emotions. So journaling can help release any anxiety, any stress, and any negative thoughts. The 9th one is to take social media breaks. We sometimes don't realize how big of an impact social media has on our minds until we get off social media. When we slow down from the scrolls, the likes, the comments, and just the constant watching, it allows us to breathe and to step back into the real world. Even on social media, it's fast paced. You watch a mini vlog that's 30 seconds to a minute and it's just fast clips of the person's day. And then you scroll and you're watching someone talking in 2 times speed. So you go from the real world being fast paced to social media being fast paced. So we never get away from the fast pace, the busyness. I literally found myself putting every TikTok video in 2 times speed. I'm literally watching all these videos in fast speed because my attention span is so short. I want to watch it, but I also want to like get through it. It wasn't until I watched a regular video in regular speed and I'm like, wow, this video is taking forever. Like, he needs to hurry up. Instead of me just watching the video all the way through, I'm trying to rush through it. And that's what we do in life. We rush to do things so we can get to the next thing. So we're just constantly rushing and we never have time to slow down. And the 10th one is doing things that make you feel calm and happy. So some examples of this could be coffee runs, a hobby, lighting a candle, reading, listening to music, getting dressed up for yourself, watching your favorite shows, or even cooking or baking. Not everything has to be very productive. It can be very calm, very light activities. If you've been busy for weeks, you deserve to spend all day doing nothing, just watching your shows, your movies, doing things that you need to catch up on. Sometimes self-care is finally doing the little things that you always wanted to do. So if you've been wanting to try a new coffee shop, to finally hang out with that friend, or to finally listen to that album, you should do it. When the day that you have free, do the things that you've been wanting to do. And when you finally do the things that you've been wanting to do, it hits different because you're not rushing through it and you're not trying to just check it off your list. of things to do. So those are some self-care moments and tips that you can do to just slow down. Slowing down taught me so much. It taught me that rest is necessary, and when I'm resting, I'm not being lazy. Taking one day out of the week to focus on you and to reset is not laziness at all. It's literally a mental health day. It's you taking time for yourself to get back right, to prepare for whatever you have coming next, and to literally just have a you day. Slowing down is so beneficial. It helps bring clarity. It reduces stress, anxiety, negative thoughts. It allows you to see a lot of things that you missed because you've just been so busy. We also need to make slowing down, resting, and relaxing a priority for ourselves. So we're not burnt out, we're not overwhelmed, overstimulated, stressed, anxious. So make sure you take some time to yourself. Well, friends, that is the end of today's episode. I hope this episode reminds you that it is okay to slow down and take care of yourself. And also comment down below some self-care moments that you guys been doing that's been helping you or that you want to try. I would love to hear it. I will see you guys next Thursday.